Right, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make roughly about $30,000 a month helping e-commerce brands and dropshippers make ads, essentially. And I do it all with AI. So as you can see, this is one of my clients. We've got a quick screenshot of the dashboard, and this was them getting to a £30,000 day, right? Now, a big part of this was from like 3 or 4 creatives. Now, if you know anything about e-commerce, you know that all it takes is a few good ads to really scale a brand or account. So I'm going to be showing you how I find brands, how I actually write the ads that's going to scale them, and then how I reach out to them. Because I don't see many people talking about this. Everybody's trying to automate their outreach. Everybody's talking about emails and landing pages. Nobody's really offering like ad scripts as a service, and specifically not in the way that I'm telling you how to do it here. So lock in. Don't know how long this video is going to be, but just, you know what I mean, turn your phone off, turn notifications off, just lock in for like 20 minutes and you could actually start making some decent money. So how this is going to work, very fucking simple. You're going to go to Fiverr, right? You're not going to try and find these prospects yourself because it's going to take too long. When you can literally get someone to get you like 500, 1,000 leads for like 60 bucks, right? Now, there's a few things. One, it needs to be a problem-solving product. It needs to be a problem-solving e-commerce product. Think health, think supplements, think keto snacks, think health devices, think hair growth, think really acute problems. Don't think about like fashion or fidget spinner shit. Like, that's not going to work for the type of ads that we're going to write. They need to be actively running ads. Now, you can tell your lead generator, look, I want them to be running at least 50 ads, and they should be able to do that. If they can't do that, then go and find another lead generator. So that's how you're going to find them. Now, obviously, there's other preferences like specific niches that you want to work with. If you want to, they need to be on Shopify, ideally. That just would not work with anybody who's not on Shopify. It's just stupid, and they're probably going to be a fucking bolly to work with. So you're going to find prospects. Now, the reason why we're just going to buy a list off Fiverr is because most of the people that buy a list off Fiverr, they're all competing with themselves because they're all sending stupid, shitty, templated outreach, and they're automating the shit out of it, and they're just being like, hey, I can get you an extra 50k a month, hey, I can increase your revenue by 25%. All these claims are completely fucked, and like brand owners are just completely numb to that type of outreach. They've seen it so many times and they're like, fuck you, like this is just automated bullshit. You're not sending any real value. But what we're going to do, that's why we can just buy a list that's been smashed by all these other service providers, but we're going to stand out because we're going to send them real fucking value. And we're going to do it in the way of either an ad script, landing page copy, new hooks for one of their ads, or a completely new customer avatar, or a combination of these, or other things. There's like an endless amount of things that you can send as real value. I'm going to show you how to find something to send to them when I show you an example. And then this is probably the most important part. Well, probably second most important part on top of the value. Send a human message. Take 5 to 10 minutes to write a real fucking email. Don't use ChatGPT, don't use Claude, and don't automate it. Just spend 5 minutes to say something that's really personal. Like, I was looking through your ad library. I know that you're running 90% of your ads to this product and you're using this type of angle. I think that if you could do this, and I've written you an ad script, something like that. Something that as soon as someone reads the first line, they're like, holy shit, this person's really went through my brand and they're actually trying to help me. That's the only way to stick out nowadays. Like, if you're just sending templated outreach or you're kind of personalising it a little bit, it's getting lost. Nobody's reading that shit. So this is the 3 kind of steps, right? Now, what's going to happen is you're going to buy a list and you're going to get something like this, right? Now, this is like the one that I've got. We're going to choose a brand. Let's go for this one, Drowsy Sleep. So let's check out their actual product. I've already got their ad library open. But they've got like sleep products, sleep masks. Let's see what else they've got. I know that they've got like some sort of like sleep supplement. I'm sure they have. Yeah, this one. So you go into their ad library as well. These guys are running 310 ads. 160. So they've obviously kind of scaled back a bit. But I found that they were running this sleep supplement, right? Now they've got this like 1 minute ad. It's not bad, but this is where we come in, right? A lot of these brands, now they've got 160 ads, a lot of statics, a lot of 18-second bullshit. Like, I don't know, this shit might be scaling, but I just know for a fact that if they added in some longer form ads, that you'd be hitting more top of funnel and it would just scale faster and it would scale better. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So what I've done is I've found this brand, I'm looking through their ad library and I'm trying to find something that they're not doing. So like you could be checking out all their landing pages. Are they all going to product pages? Or this one looks like a little sales page stroke landing page. That's quite nice. So they're testing out landing pages. So you could send them a landing page, but if they're already testing it, I probably wouldn't. I would always try and send them something that they're not doing, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do with this sleep supplement ad. So if we go back up, where is it? I'll try and find it. There it is there. So they've got this sleep supplement. So what I've already done is I have it here. Now, what you can do is you can just screenshot the full page. I use Go Full Page. Screenshot that full page, and then if you get on my email list, which is the link below, I'm going to give you access to a VSL script prompt where you basically just need to add some sort of context for the brand. Now you can do it with a landing page, you can do it with a brief that you create yourself. There's multiple ways that you can do it, but the prompt is on the email list, so just enter your email and I'll send it over to you. So what I've done is I've already screenshotted this. Now, this is kind of where your power comes in. Most of these brands, and this is where they're kind of falling short, is they're running nice, cool, aesthetic ads. Like, these are really nice, they're really well done. The ads that they're doing are actually really well done. But, like, a 15-second ad, it's not like solving the problem enough. We're not going to be able to take those more unaware or more problem-aware to unaware people and sell them in a 16-second ad. It's just, you can, but it's a lot harder. Like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to propose something like a 2 or 3 minute, more direct response. Doesn't need to be like a full-length VSL, but a more direct response ad, which they're just clearly not doing right now. And this is where your power comes in, because this is what these brands aren't doing. Now, if we look at the structure of that other ad, it's just got like funky little reviews that pop up, it shows the product, it's got music in the background, there's no script telling a story. So what we're going to do is we're going to write them an ad script. And this is the kind of basic flow of most VSLs and direct response ads. We've got hook, the attention grabber, the first 3 to 5 seconds, pattern interrupt, bold claim, intriguing questions. The only job here is to stop the scroll. Lead, so what we're going to do here is build immediate rapport, credibility. We're going to introduce who that person is, why they should listen, and we're basically just adding on to the hook. We're kind of agitating the problem a little bit, and we're teasing a solution, and we're just trying to get them, the audience, to understand that we know where they are in life. Like, we understand them. The problem discovery, agitation. So this is when we're going to really start digging into the pain points, the audience's experiences, their real life situations. Like, we're not just mentioning problems, we're amplifying emotional weight, and we're making them feel the frustration, the cost, or the consequences of staying where they are in their pain. We then come on to the unique problem, which is like, it reveals a deeper, often hidden problem that they haven't considered. So this is the real reason that they've been struggling. And it is going to reframe their understanding, and it positions our solution as the kind of missing piece. An example is like, it's not just that you're lazy, it's that traditional diets ignore your hormones. Something like that. That's like a good example. Unique solution is kind of introducing our specific methodology or approach or product or way the product works that solves that unique problem. This is our differentiation. This is how we can get someone to go, that's the real problem. That's why it hasn't worked for me before, but this has this special mechanism. That's why it's going to work for me. Then we go into product reveal. You're just explaining the product, what they get, how it works, why it's valuable, call to action. Simple. Your clothes. Now, obviously, there's like different ways to structure this. Like, we could have other things where we have a longer close and we add guarantees and then social proof. But I'm just saying that this is a kind of basic ad structure. And even if you can use this structure in your ads, it's going to be a lot better than a 15-second ad that just shows the product on like a fancy lighting thing. And that's it. Like, that's not going to sell it to top of funnel traffic. Top of funnel, really cold traffic. So this is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to come over to Claude. Now, I have this is my Claude project. If you want access to this, click the other link in the description, get that program, because that gives you everything that I use, all the project for writing scripts, generating images, generating videos, it's all in there, so check that out as well. But I'm going to use my project for this. You can just use the prompt if you just get that in the newsletter. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take the screenshot that I took of the landing page. Now, while that's uploading in there, I'm going to say something like, give me 3 specific customer avatars that this product would help. That's not uploaded. Great. There we go. That this product would help, and give me 3 sales angles for each avatar. So we're doing this actually inside the VSL project, but I can do this as well. So this is going to give me 3 specific avatars and 3 sales angles for each avatar. And what we're going to do is, I'm already thinking forward to my outreach to this brand. What I'm going to say is, look, I noticed that you're running a lot of these ads. I've actually come up with a new customer avatar that I don't think you're tapping into, and I've also written you an ad script for that specific avatar. So the exhausted parent, this could be a really good one, because if we look at this product, who are they targeting? Let's take a look at their images. They're not really targeting anybody in particular. They're kind of going for a more wide, casting a wide net. Let's take a look at this.
A formula made of targeted ingredients designed to support your body's natural sleep cycle, so you can rest and recharge. It's not about knocking you out. It's about helping your mind and body wind down, so sleep comes naturally. No morning after grogginess, just pure restorative rest. What's in our sleep supplement? Magnesium bisglycinate, the off switch for your body. Set the scene for deep circadian processing thoughts and ashwagandha, your stress bodyguards.
So it's not a bad ad at all. I think the script could be a lot better. We could really tie this to a specific customer avatar, and then it's just about finding the winning customer avatar with the winning angle, which I don't think they seem to be doing here. So yeah, I think this is a really good idea. So I'm going to come back over. I think already we're going to use this one, the exhausted parent, and then let's go for this could be a really good angle. Patience starts with sleep, so like stop snapping at the people that you love the most. We could get some really good scripts out here that's quite kind of hardcore. So I'm going to say, write me a 2-minute ad script using this angle. Give me 3 punchy 1-line hooks, and write it as a UGC creator. So less formal, but still has lots of educational talking points. Because obviously there's a ton of different ways that we can do ads. It could be a UGC creator, it could just be a narrator, it could be some sort of brand ambassador if they've got like some sort of doctor. But for this, I think it would be good to use a UGC creator as a kind of UGC ad. But as you can see, this isn't just a typical UGC ad where we're just being like, send the product to someone and be like, do a video review. That's not what we're doing here. We're writing a specific script that uses specific language to sell someone. So let's see what this comes out with. Yummy. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this and we're going to stick this in another Google Doc, and I'm going to show you me editing this. Because unfortunately, we can't just copy and paste AI stuff all the time. These projects and prompts are really good, but we can't just copy and paste it. This is for cold traffic. You can use that. You can copy and paste for emails and stuff, but typically for cold traffic ads, you need to do a little bit of editing. So let's get into this and edit it a little bit. 3 punchy one-line hooks. I used to blame my kids for being difficult. Turns out I was just exhausted. Oh, it's quite a nice one. My mum guilt hit different when I realised my kids weren't the problem. My sleep was. That one probably could be better. I snapped at my 5-year-old over spilled juice. That's when I knew something had to change. That's not bad. Let me just generate another few. Give me another 10 hooks. This time for a problem aware audience. Because I want to tie the sleep thing. They were good. They were kind of more unaware, because like this is just a kind of basic. I snapped at my 5-year-old. This is like a basic pain point, but it doesn't talk about sleep. So this is someone who's unaware. Make sure they are tied to the angle. See how it just took that and just gave us some problem aware hooks, but it didn't tie it to this actual angle, so we needed to re-prompt it there. This is what I mean about like copy and paste and shit. You just can't do it for like cold traffic ads. I knew I was a better mum when I wasn't exhausted. I just couldn't figure out how to sleep. Here's what finally worked. That's quite a good one. So I'm going to replace that with this one. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's pretty good. Right, so let's get into the kind of... This is... I wouldn't even call this the hook. I would call this more like the lead. Okay, real talk. Get that away. That's horrible. Okay, real talk. Why does it do that? I hate it. But anyway, let's see if this... turns out I was just exhausted. I snapped at my 5-year-old. Right. That's just put the hook in there, so we can go straight to problem agitation, right? Can we be honest for just a second? When you're running on 4 hours of broken sleep, everything feels harder. The whining feels louder, the messes feel bigger, and you find yourself losing patience over things that shouldn't even matter. I used to lie awake at night, mind racing about everything I didn't get done, everything I need to do tomorrow. Then I'd finally fall asleep, only to wake up at every single sound. The dog barking, partner snoring, my daughter coughing in the next room. And here's the worst part, I'd be so tired during the day, but then at night my body would be like, actually we're going to stay wired. Stay awake. It made no sense. I was showing up for my kids, but I wasn't showing up as the mum I wanted to be. So see how we've just turned their kind of basic ad that just talks about the problem and then what's in the product. We've turned that into something that's like a lot more emotional. We're speaking to one direct avatar here as well. So then my friend who's a mum of 3, somehow always seems calm, told me about the sleep supplement from Drowsy. And honestly, I was skeptical because I've tried melatonin and it either didn't work or made me feel like a zombie the next morning. But she said, trust me, this is different. It's not about knocking you out. It's about helping your body actually reset. So I figured, what do I have to lose besides my sanity, which was already hanging by a thread? Here's what's actually in it. So we've just got the solution. We're just going through exactly what's inside this. So this is kind of similar to what their ad is doing, but you can see how we've like hooked someone in with all of this part and our hooks by speaking to one direct avatar. And then we just do the same as what they've done in their ad, where we speak about how this solution actually works, what's in it, B vitamins, L-theanine, whatever that is, there. And then we've got results. Within a week I noticed I was waking up feeling, dare I say it, refreshed. And during the day, I had more patience. The spilled juice didn't even faze me. The sibling fighting for a toy, I handled it calmly instead of yelling. My husband even said, I don't know what you're doing differently, but keep doing it. So this is good. This is really good. If you're exhausted, then there we've got the offer. Now, just see how much better that ad is. Then all we need to do is write the email to this brand. So like I said, what we've done here is we've actually given them a new customer avatar and an ad script. And then now all we need to do is send a human fucking message, right? So this does take a bit longer than like your typical automated bullshit, right? I'm just going to write the email here to show you, like, I'm not giving it anybody scripts because people just rinse the scripts. That, like, you need to show a little bit of common sense and kind of personality in your emails, or else people aren't going to reply. So, depending on who this person was, Thomas, creative director. So I'm going to actually say that in my email. I'm going to be like, sometimes I would say stuff like yo, but we're not. We're going to be more professional. Thomas, whatever his name, sounds a very professional man. So, hey Thomas, I was checking out the ads for Drowsy. So you've got like 160 ads running, but most of them are statics or short 16-second videos. Have you tried anything longer form and more direct? I wrote you I came up with a new customer avatar I think would work well for cold traffic. And then we could put in, what is it, like exhausted parents. I also wrote a script with I also wrote a script for this exact avatar. More of an unaware, stroke problem aware market. This could help you guys scale harder on colder traffic. So notice how I'm saying things that's automatically going to make him think that I know what I'm talking about. I'm using things like, I noticed that you're using statics. He knows that I've looked at his ad library, knows that I've looked at the brand. Have you tried anything longer form and more direct? I came up with a new customer avatar I think would work well for cold traffic. Exhausted parents. I also wrote a script for this exact avatar. Then I could just say something like, here it is below, and then add the link to like the Google Doc that I'm going to send them. This one was for your sleep supplement product, but I can do more for the other products to show you. Let me know if you guys are looking for any help with your creative strategy. And then just say something like, not an agency, by the way. Now, this looks so much more human than your basic ass, I can help you get 50k extra a month, or I'll sell my house and give you my wife if I don't. Like, those bullshit fucking Hormozy claims, they just don't work anymore. Something like this, we've actually went in, we've checked out their brand, we've came up with something that they could probably just go away and take our script and be like, right, let's get a creator and let's actually test this. And that could actually work a lot better than some of the ads that they're running. Now, if you get a response from one of these emails, you can be like, perfect, I can actually help you, one, write all these scripts. I can help you create the visuals, because you've got stuff like Sora 2, Google VO3, you've got Gemini Nano Banana to create static images, to create avatars, to then go create AI videos. The AI stuff is just getting completely out of hand now, and you don't even really need to use real creators. You can come in and basically deliver this full service all with AI, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Is there anything else that I need to cover here? I think that's pretty much it. And now obviously, as you can see, like this is one of the brands, they were doing 30k a day. Well, I'm saying that they got to 30k a day and then dropped back down to 20 or 25. They're still fucking printing. Now obviously, if I help this brand do that, it's relatively easy to be like, oh, I want like 5 to, like my top one pays me 8k a month plus rev share. Like, it's because you're the powerhouse behind their creative strategy. Without you, they're not going to scale harder. And this is one of the most important roles in e-commerce right now, because one, nobody's really that good at writing cold traffic, especially stuff like ad scripts. And 3, like most of these brands are running these types of ads. Like if you buy a list and you look at their ad library, they're all going to be running these kind of basic aesthetic ads. And all they need to do to scale like so much harder, and they would be like so much more profitable, is just add a little sprinkle of direct response into their ads and into their creative strategy. I'm not saying that they need to go full Dr. VSLs, but you take this like structure of the ad and plug that into something like a UGC ad, or even the kind of ad that they done here, which was just like the B-roll with a narrator on it. You add that script to it, they could be printing a lot and scaling a lot harder on colder traffic, because they can tap into more problem aware and even like the unaware segments. Whereas most of their ads is like, it's looking more bottom of the funnel ads. And I can tell just by looking at a ton of these that they've probably got a high as fuck frequency, which means it's like retargeting ads. But yeah, there you go. That is exactly what I'm doing right now. Oh, and also I'm doing a live workshop where I'm going to be writing some ad scripts live and showing you some outreach processes and strategies, but it's exclusive for Ad Operator members. So click the link to Ad Operator if you want inside. It's only $3.94. I don't know how long it's going to stay at that price, because it is selling quite a lot, so I might need to increase the price soon. But yeah, that is it. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, what you want next, and I will see you guys in the next video.